Good morning, guys. Welcome to my Monday Morning Rant for Monday, the 13th of September, 2021. Another week of lockdown, and you know what? I had a pretty good week. I think I'm starting to fall into a bit of a rhythm with set things to do per week. One being Monday Morning Rant on Monday. I still don't feel like I've got anything to say, and that's due to a lack of random input due to lockdown. But it's almost like when you see surfers down at the beach getting wet, despite not being any waves around, and it's just a ritual, right? Like as soon as you don't put that wetsuit on, I mean, if you look out the window, there's no waves, and you decide to not jump in, next thing you know, you've broken that rhythm. So I quite often see a whole bunch of surfers out there with zero waves whatsoever, but it's a ritual for them, and I get it. So these Monday morning rants, even though I feel like I haven't had anything to say over the last few weeks, it's a thing that I do get up in the morning and do it. And on Tuesdays, I help Christy with Photoshop lessons, and that's been great. And it's just good to have a rant with her and catch up with her before we start the lessons, I like it. I like it a lot. And also, I have dinner with my mum once a week, and that's just been awesome because that's the way it always used to be. At some point, my sister and I didn't get along, and that whole weekly dinner at mum's thing fell apart, which was super sad. But it's nice to be, it was actually my sister that suggested to my mum that, have dinner, make me the nominated person that is allowed to visit her once a week. And I've been really enjoying that. Mum and I really get along. So they're the three sort of things that I do during the week. And I'm still keeping up with Patreon as well, and editing a few photos a day, and that just takes care of the rest of my week, basically. So I have this little thing that I'm chipping away at every day. Still gaming heaps. Don't know. I've been watching a lot of documentaries on the sort of negative effects of gaming, and especially with people who put in as many hours as I can. And yeah, those documentaries are awesome. I love them. They're really old. Most of them are about like World of Warcraft and how some people have been playing that game for like 15 plus years. And some of the documentaries are quite interesting, where a guy that was in one of the videos lost his wife and his kids and to gaming. And I don't know if it would ever get that bad for me, but yeah, I understand it. I understand the addiction. As you can see in the background, Viv is straight at it. She is a yoga fiend these days. It's 6 a.m, so she's into it, and she can even do yoga 3 times a day. Yeah, it's been awesome having Viv around. We have many D&Ms. I wouldn't say we've had an argument yet, but we have gotten. I get pretty worked up when I drink, so I'm a bit of a dick. And maybe a little bit blunt, maybe very blunt, and far from sensitive. So she's into all sorts of stuff in relation to spirituality, and I'm not into it personally, and that's, I should be allowed to talk about it, right? But maybe I need to be a little bit more sensitive about it sometimes. But yeah, we always talk it through. And that's the best bit. Like that's where the respect begins, and we're really getting along. That's awesome. Last night we had fine dining, which was pretty awesome. I get it. I get that these restaurants need to do something to stay alive during this lockdown. So the concept of getting on my throat, man. That's smoking for you, right? Um, so like the concept of them delivering you the ingredients and for you to finish off the cook. I think it's pretty awesome. I think it's pretty smart. Um, Dinner was awesome, and yeah, it, it makes perfect sense because you can't put fine dining into a plastic container, right? You've got to, you've it's got to have a cook on it. So you got to cook the last bit, um, and it worked. Last night was really good. I'm pretty hazy today. I mean, just I drank really hard this last weekend. Um, but yeah, we had Otto last night. Otto is an Italian restaurant. I've never been, but it was awesome. So that's about it, guys. I've got nothing to say. There's nothing's primarily on my brain. I am over the whole fucking letting COVID be this heavy thing. I watched a documentary actually on where it all went wrong with lockdowns for Sydney, and it was a fantastic documentary in that it seems like there's a shift in realizing that maybe lockdowns aren't working, and maybe we're going to be living with this for a very long time, which everyone kind of knows, right? Like COVID's not going to go away. So I think we're going to see Sydney open up quite a lot very soon. It's a gut feeling, and I'm getting my second jab this Wednesday. So strangely, I'm actually looking forward to it. And I'm sure I'm going to get fucked up for a couple of days. The first jab made me feel pretty weak and sleepy for a couple of days. But hey, I've got nothing better to do, right? So I'll get the jab, and I'll probably just take it easy for a few days, and report back to you guys next week on whether I had side effects or not. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope everyone has as good a week as you possibly can. I shall catch you guys in the next one. See yous.